Frankie, when are you waking up in the rain? Have you been homeless?
Do you ever like lay down in the shower and pretend you're waking up in the middle of the rain? That's like a good old pastime of mine.
You lay down?
I'll lay down and be like,
Frankie, when are you waking up in the rain? Have you been homeless?
That's the point. It's a fantasy.
You fantasize about being homeless in the rain?
I guess not about the homeless part. That would be really sad. But like, just like you, and there's rain everywhere.
They say I fell asleep at a meeting in Saudi Arabia. Fake news. I closed my eyes for 2 seconds thinking, deep thinking, smart thinking. I just flew 12 hours, no sleep, straight into high-level talks. And guess what? I still ran the room. No teleprompter, no naps, unlike Sleepy Joe. They call it dozing off. I call it global strategy. America's back. Stronger, smarter, and wide awake.
We had owl 2 Thanksgivings ago. We had 2 owls at my sister's house.
Yeah, I saw one last night, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, it was pretty... No, not last night. Night before last. It was pretty fucking cool. Pulled into the driveway and an owl took off. It was big, too.
It's gross, I think.
Owls?
The meat,
Oh, you ate them, you're saying?
Yeah, but the...
You guys ate owls?
Yeah.
I don't think that's legal. You probably shouldn't say that on the podcast.
Well, I didn't have a lot.
Bill Burr used to have a joke about it.
I didn't have a lot, man. I had no... I think I even spit it out.
You complain about the country, but you won't lift a finger to fix it. You want free money, free housing, free everything. You call that progress? I call it weakness. This nation was built by people who worked, sacrificed. Now, you cry over gas prices and cancel cartoons. You want handouts. I built results. You chant slogans. I built jobs. You want America to be great again?
You think the wind is ever trying to tell us something and we don't know how to hear it anymore?
No.
No, I don't think at all.
The wind is just the wind. I don't think the wind is trying to tell you something. Maybe the earth is trying to tell you something.
But do you think the earth might use the wind to try to tell us something? Because how else would it tell us? I wonder.
Well, it would definitely be telling you something if you're an animal, that storms are coming.
Right, right. So if it tells you that, it could easily give you other information.
I've been talking to this girl for like 2 years, and it turns out I got her pregnant. After that all happened, the word got around, and somehow it turns out that she's my first cousin.
Wow, dang, brother, that's ooh, that's you gonna be raising a dang lizard, homie. You can't. Wow, brother, good golly. At the very least, it's gonna need glasses. That thing is gonna need bifocals, brother. You know, I mean, you're just playing Russian roulette with your DNA right there. But yeah, I think you got to make sure that when that baby right out the gate, put that baby on a damn, you know, let some other people look at it and sign off on that bastard right out the gate, homie. And definitely I would make sure, you know, make sure it doesn't stand straight up when the moon is full and shit like that when it's real young. Just, I'd keep tabs on it. I'd hit a couple high notes near it on the instrument and see if its eyes turn red or anything. But you're just going to have to keep tabs on it. Yeah. Just stay safe, brother. And I would back off that type of behavior. You know, if you win this round of DNA roulette, brother, I'd leave the rest of the bullets in the chamber, baby, when it comes to family.
We're going into the Matrix, Theo Vaughn. We're going into the Matrix.
I'm going to get my stuff first.
What would you bring? If I said, hey, dude, you can go in the Matrix, but you can bring 3 things.
I'd have to bring a picture of my family, and then I'd have to bring probably some water. I would.
You think you'd need water in the Matrix?
I'm not going to be the guy without it in there. Did they have like a lot of gay activity in jail? Did you see any of it? Or you hear about it sometimes on the internet?
There was one gay experience for me in jail, and it was an older dude he was in there from stealing a bunch of wood from Home Depot.
Probably gonna build him a little gay hut, a little zest shack.
There was a guy that came in there that was a dentist, but he was a member of the LGBTQ community.
Yeah, so no, but even then, at least you get to see somebody having some romance. I guess it's almost.
I didn't see anything.
But I bet some people get a little bit envious, like, oh, at least he got somebody, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think that way.
Yeah.
I just, you know,
me neither, dude.
I just,
but that's love is love, though.
Yeah.
I could see how if somebody was in for a long time and they're not going to get out.
I mean, if you in jail if you
Today I'm joined by the one and only baby Mike Tyson, the baby baddest man on the planet.
Yo, baby Rogan, I'm the undisputed heavyweight champ of the crib.
We'll see about that. First question, what's harder, throwing a punch or surviving nap time?
Nap time. No ref, no bell, just endless struggle.
Preach. Next, teething pain, tougher than a right hook?
Bro, nothing compares to teething. I'd take a jab over that any day.
Agreed. You've bitten ears, I've bitten pacifiers. Legends.
Respect. We both dangerous.
So who's the true baby heavyweight champ?
You, me, let's just say we both undefeated. Babies stick together.
I like that. Babies unite. We run the playground.
Facts. Now pass the bottle, champ.
Only if you promise not to bite it. USAID, $20 million for Iraqi Sesame Street, $2 million for Moroccan pottery classes, $11 million to tell Vietnam to stop burning trash, $27 million to give gift bags to illegals, $330 million to help Afghanis grow crops. Crops. I wonder what those crops are. What's their biggest crop, Brett?
It's going to be the poppy seeds for bagels. I'm thinking. $200 million on an unused Afghani dam, $250 million on an unused Afghani road. This is wild.
Next question. Imagine that you lived at the same time as Abraham Lincoln. What would you say to him or ask him?
What do you think, Lando?
Hey, want to go to a play?
Shorty want a thug, baby. That's what they say. That's what they say, baby. Shorty want a thug. But do Shorty want a thug though? Look at Ask Bad Baby right now. That, you know, Shorty don't want that thug. You feel me? Shorty don't. How about this? Shorty don't want a thug. That's a way better song. And also, dude, thank you to, I just want to say thank you to Mexican people just for doing everything that they do, dude. I feel like every week we should have a round of applause for Mexican people, I feel like, in America.
Well, it's weird to want to keep them out. You know, they have some of the best food. They're the nicest people. They're some of the hardest working people. Like one of the
and they're organ donors too, a lot of them.
Well, that's awesome. One of the dumbest stereotypes ever was like the lazy Mexican.
Dude, I knew a Mexican guy. He had to leave work to go to his job.